Hello, my name is Delta and I'll be doing a blatant ripoff of Psyche's weapon showcases. Today I'll be using the multi-knocks bow, and disclaimers and everything. This is recorded on my phone, played on my phone, edited on my phone, and the latest update in this is Dracula's DLC, or the Castlevania DLC, if you want to be nitpicky about it. So anyway, we're starting immediately with this elite oven knight that took a bunch of assault shield bashes to kill. It was very annoying. So for this run, my biome layout was very erratic. First, I started in the dilapidated Arboretum, because from what Psyche says, kind of the big inspiration for these videos, Arboretum is the best for ranged weapons, right? However, I do not follow this rule at all after going to the Arboretum. Also, similar to my magic missile run, I don't get anything better than the starter multi-knocks bow, because I don't know why, but this game's shop RNG just hates me. Also, to the people who are watching, please give me some topics to talk about. I don't know what to talk about, and kind of require persistence. Does everyone go to the prison desk, or is it just me? Because scroll economy wise, it's the best for you. However, it's also cursed, so you'll die instantly. I'd like to mention how lucky I was with the challenge rifts, because I got maybe like 3 or 4 of them in this run, and there's a 25% chance, a 20% chance for one in each area. So, I'm just lucky, I don't know. God, the moment I walked into this room, the first words I said were, oh shit, oh fuck. Because, as you can see, this is practically hell on earth. It got so bad that I had to sit in the portal area for a second to catch my breath before going back in, dealing with more of them. Here we are in the ossuary. Now, if I was doing a regular run, I would have gone to the Morass of the Banished. However, I kind of forgot about what I was doing, so I went here instead. I'd like to mention that in between these 2 voice recordings, it's been about 2 weeks, because I kinda lost motivation, but I gained it back. So, that's nice. So, I made a mistake, and between this cut, I got a cursed chest. So that means I have to beat the concierge hitless, which admittedly isn't that hard. I did it first try, because of course I did, otherwise this video wouldn't have been made. At this point in time, I kind of wish I was able to get a better multi-knocks bow, because this multi-knocks bow, I'm fairly sure, is still the one I got at the very start. So that's why it barely does any chip damage. Kind of upsetting, hey-ho. As you can see, I flawless the concierge before, because I didn't get the golden flawless outfit from it. I have no clue why I had to mention that. Most normal Dead Cells players have probably beaten the concierge flawlessly. I came to the Fractured Shrine because the entire idea of these runs in the first place was stolen from Psyche, who also made a biomes tier list. And, you know, I also never actually go to the Fractured Shrines. I have the DLC and everything, as you can tell, but I never actually went. I have no idea why. Like, you get a free legendary after beating a very easy mini-boss, so like, I have no idea why. This is just me saying I don't know why like 10 times, but hey-ho. Also, most of these, in my opinion, are pretty bad. Like, the Giant Whistle's decent, but it just doesn't have the raw DPS output as the Scarecrow Sickles. Because the Scarecrow Sickles, you know, actually move around and are there for a while. The Giant Whistle kinda just does one bit of damage and then leaves. The amount of times these trap chests have killed me is, like, embarrassing. Good thing I think fast on my feet, but even still, I almost died. Now, here I am going to the Clock Tower because I want to get the second half of the Castlevania DLC over with. Well, not over with, because later I see how much damn fun it was. The Dracula boss fight was genuinely my most favourite thing. God. Also, if anyone's curious, I do in fact do voiceovers, because most of the time I'm in an area that's rather loud, there's always background noise and stuff, and that's why I don't voice during the actual games. I would if I was in quieter areas, but I can't, so yeah, sorry about that. Here we are at the Timekeeper, ready to go into the second half of Dracula's DLC. Now, the Clockkeeper, the Timekeeper, is a glass cannon, I'd say. She can do a shit ton of damage, especially when she needs to. Also, especially when you're using tactics, because you barely have any HP in the first place. Other than that, though, you could probably kill her quite easily. Now finally, we are at Dracula's castle. God, that was a difficult journey because I'm not very good with tactics, nor with bows. Now, I love the ambience of Dracula's castle. Look at how great this place looks. Like, you just saw me stand there, just admire it, right? This place just looks right. It's beautiful in kind of a, I don't know, is macabre the word? Macabre way. Also, I'd like to mention the Medusa fight is pitiful. Not in a bad way, it's just that Medusa's kind of easy. this is probably the best part of the castle biome because of Dracula himself. Dracula sometimes feels stage presence, and sometimes it's the most interesting creature. Run around, and then suddenly Dracula throws some fucking fireballs at you, or like flips the stage we saw earlier. Like, it's so interesting. I wish they could do more with this idea. Like, motion twin, please. Like, do more. Like, see, there was more fireballs over there. That's so interesting. Another part of this DLC that I just love are just the random secrets, right? Like, here you meet Richter, and, you know, he's just there with you for the final fight. It's so interesting. I love this game and this DLC so much. The music in the background here is also so damn good. I don't know why, I just love everything about this DLC, even though I have almost zero inkling of the actual Castlevania series, I'll be honest. Also, as just more things to talk about this DLC, I like how on the first time, it's always whatever's already in the DLC, so all of the new things. But, so the game doesn't get stale, it brings in some enemies that are just in the game already. And I find that fascinating, because I'm fairly sure the Undying Shores has a similar thing, where depending on your biome choices, you will the enemies in the Undying Shores will differentiate, except for like a couple. I think it's only the homunculus and the revival things. Now, here is the final boss of the DLC, Dracula himself. Now, I'm skipping all this dialogue because I've seen the boss fight and I know the twist, in quotes. But still, it was so much better than I thought it was, and it's a fucking miracle that I beat it first try, I'll be honest. Anyway, enjoy the fight, and I'll be silent until he's dead. Now, I'm going to talk about the Dracula fight itself. It's the first multi-face, multi-health bar boss battle, which just made the fight feel more like a Dark Souls game, which is a compliment. Second of all, that ending cutscene, fucking brilliant. And third of all, God, the scarecrow scythes carried the entire thing. 40,000 damage, and it cuts out, like, one use of the scythes cuts out practically half Dracula's entire health bar, and I just find that magical. Now, the fight itself, flaming pillars erupting from the ground, fucking brilliant. The goddamn rubble that he brings from the side of the towers, fucking brilliant. The fucking lasers, the giant goddamn meteor, all of the platforms that felt like the end of Absolute Radiance in Hollow Knight. You know how you have to, assuming you've played Hollow Knight, you know how you have to, like, climb up the platforms to get up to the final phase of Abzerad. That fucking brilliant. I don't know why I went Australian with those, but God, it was so much fun. Also, in the first phase of the boss battle, I like how one of his attacks is literally just sucking your blood. Fucking brilliant. Also, you've got stuff like the goddamn wave of bats. That was a pain in the fucking arsehole. It's like half the reason I had to heal in the first phase. The second one was a bit slower, so I found it a lot easier. But, like, if I, like, didn't realize what was happening, I was dead. So anyway, assuming you made it this far, thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, yada yada yada. And I might see you again if I post another video, ever. No, that makes it sound like I'll never post a video. I will, probably.